Hey everyone. Lost a spark on my Husqvarna 124C, and so I have a spare coil here from a parts whippersnipper that I picked up. So I've begun the process now on taking off the this trigger housing, letting go the screws here, and inside you will find two more screws right here. And you got to release that to let go of the shaft. The shaft is down here. So that makes it a lot easier to work on. Now I'm going to take off the exhaust shield here. A few bolts, I got a few out already. And the inner portion, we'll move into that now. Some parts there, and I've got a container here laid out now and that's starting with the exhaust. I'm going to separate the two pieces of plastic here, and the coil is up in the front here. Very easy fix. Stand by. Okay, have the exhaust shield here and the inner top plate, which goes right here, and that exposes the exhaust, but we're not going to touch anything here. We're now going to take out the screws, the Torx T25s out of the front and the back, right here and down here. You don't have to take these out. You'll stay these. The starting cup can stay on, so we're going to remove those now. Forgot to mention, you should disconnect your spark plug, the boot from the plug. So anyway, we have these screws here from the starting cup side, and we've removed the smaller ones on the top here, and they're in a separate container. Great idea to have a unit like this. Now we won't have to bother to touch the starting cup side. We're going to separate this now from the motor here, from the shaft area, and expose the coil. So just 1 second, we'll get that pried apart. I've never worked on one exactly like this before, but on this unit you have to unloosen these nuts here on the carburetor housing that shields the air intake here, filter and air intake, so you can separate this part. Is kind of hooked in underneath here. So just loosen this, I think, and this will get you into the ball game of getting to the coil. And as suspected, I loosened this, and so just lift up gingerly, and there you go. And set this to one side, and here is the coil, and that's a T25 nut, so pretty well all the way through. You just use a T25 to do all the work, except you're going to need, for the 124C, I think this is a 5/16 socket to loosen the nuts on the carburetor, so this housing will get loose. So now we're going to loosen up this. We're going to turn this first so that it's gone past the magnetized part. Remove this and replace it. And I'm going to dig out the other part and get it in place. Okay, with the coil on set here, and the wiring, you just pull it out of here and take it out of this area here, and reinsert the sparkler boot back down in here, and reset the wire and coil in place. Okay, that's the oil coil that is suspect as being bad. So got the old one set in place. Don't forget to put the eyelet here before you put the screw in, and reattach this wire to here. I'm going to keep this separate. The magnetized part of the coil is back here. I'm going to keep this separate, and I'll show you what to do with a business card in a few minutes. Okay, I have a business card here, and I'm going to turn the flywheel now. It's locked in place, so it can't move, but it's separated from the flywheel, so it's not going to magnetize. I'm going to turn the flywheel till the magnet is in line with the coil, like this. And I'm going to insert the business card like that. And now I'll release the screws, and the magnet will draw in to the proper depth, and then I'll lock down these screws again. I've torqued these two bolts here, and now I'm going to remove the business card, and that'll give you the proper space for your flywheel, for your magnetized part there. and so the coil's set in place. Now it's just a matter of reassembling. Of course, I rerouted the where the spark plug wire should go is up in here, like that, and I pushed it down through there, and it's ready to go onto the spark plug. Now it's just a matter of reassembly. So basically this is going to go on first, and all the other pieces will just fall in place, reverse order. Oh, and by the way, because I had unsnapped this, I decided to take it off the shaft, but snap it in place temporarily, so the wires don't get broke. That's just a little added tip for you while you're working on your Husqvarna whippersnipper. Okay, I'm going to start the reassembly. Okay, I snugged up these bolts again, and I'm going to replace the filter on there, and I have the top piece put on, connected to the back, so I can start putting in these screws here in the front and back. Okay, I've snugged up all these bolts on the front and back, and I also did the exhaust, the inner shield and the outside, and now we're going to get ready to reinsert the shaft. Okay, basically you just place the shaft into the first part of this hole here, and just wiggle it and it'll go in place. And then we locked in this screw and the one below right there. And now we're going to get ready to put the throttle back on, unclip it, put it around the shaft, and put it back in place, and put the remaining parts here, nuts into the shaft here, and we'll be ready to give it a first go. The crucial thing with putting this assembly back together, the throttle assembly, is making sure that blue wire is underneath and the black wire goes on top, and it has to kind of come out through the back, and the other piece on here will go on top, of course, without pinching the wires, and it should snap in place, and then you can replace the screws. Okay, so I'm holding this in place here, and you can see how the blue wire is tucked underneath, and the throttle cable is on top, locked right in here. You may have to jiggle your throttle to fit it in place, and you hold it in place and just put this piece on top. And a word of warning, don't use your drill, because some of these bolts go into plastic and can be easily stripped out. So you need to torque it by hand only. Okay, the unit is fully assembled, and we're going to see if we can get this thing fired up. I'm hoping it was the coil and the replacement coil was working, because when I received the trimmer, the coil may have been faulty. I'm not exactly sure why it was scrapped, but I kept it for parts, so you wish me luck.